Hey guys, today we'll read the new books and it's called The Swiss Robinson. Useful discovery. It took the whole of the next day to make a sled, to which we tied the donkey and drove to Chesalem. In the sled we put such as butter, which have food, and took them back to the nest. Fritz and I went once more to the ranch, and this time we bought up chests of closed blocks of lard cut with snacks of maize, oats, peas, and wheat. With a strong bar we broke down some of the doors and took such parts of the ship as we thought would aid us to build our house, which as yet was far less safe than I could wish. These were bound with cords, and that made them float back to the stern at the raft. When we got to the shore, my wife and the 3 boys were there to greet us. The first drop was the scent of the sled, and with this we took most of the new wealth to the nest. The next day I told my son that they must now learn to run, to leap and climb, and they threw stones straight at the mark, and as all these things would be of great use to them in their new mode of life. I next taught them to use the lasso, by means of which men catch the wild horse on the vast plains and of the New World. I tied 2 stones in the end of a cord some yard in the left, and flung off them at the trunk of a young tree. The cord went round and round the tree in a coil, and bound it so tight that I could have drawn it to me had it not had rotten in the wood. This trick the boys were quick to learn, and Fritz, in a short time, could take an aim as well with a stone as he could play with a gun. As yet we had not seen much of the ice storm, for it took most of our time to build the house. But one day we made our mind that we would all start on our tour. We rose at dawn, tied the donkey to the sled, took what food we thought we should need, and set off from Colossi just as the sun rose. When we came to the wood where Fritz found the ape, he explained how we had gotten the coconut, but now there's no apes there to throw them down. If one would fall from the tree, he said. The horse had just left his leap when a large enough fell as if he jumped back, and 2 more came down near the same spot as the nest was far from where I was at a loss to know how they can fall off the tree, for I could see an 8-nor bird near. I went close to the tree and saw a large land crab on its way down the truck. Jack struck a blow at him with a stick, but did not hit the beast. He then took off his coat and threw it on the crab's head, while I made an end of him with an axe. I told them that this crab climbed the trees and break off the nuts as we have seen that, and then come down to feed on them at their ease. But how do they crack the nuts? Said Jack. They make a hole through the shell at the thin end, then suck them dry. The dead crab was put in the sled, and we went through the wood. When we came to the groundwood, we sat down to make some more roads and continued to take baths with us. Edward has gone to see what the new things he could find, and he had not been away long when he heard him call out, a wild for a great while. Bored, come here. We took our gun and went at once with the dogs to the spot. We soon heard Turn give a loud bark, then we heard Ashley laugh and saw the two dogs come through the cloud of the bush with our old Slovakia. She did not seem to like the way in which they had put the end of the freeze of the fruit, and she ran as soon as we told the dogs to let go of their hold of her ears. But with our spots separate, we have a poor show of keeping. Let us leave the young ones and set out to see what we can find. I just sat down with Fred, and we left them and my wife in guard tree, while Fritz Jack set off with me to a high rock which we saw on the right. Fritz, look here, said Jack, as he made his way back to the rock. What have you found? It said Fritz. I don't know what it is, but it is a fine prize. When I saw it, when I went up, I saw at once that it was a large green, the flesh and eggs of which are both good for food. I had heard that these and other similar beasts would stand still if you play a music on a pipe. So I crept near and made a low sound with my lips while I held in the right hand straw sticks to which I tied a round cord of nose. I saw it first move its tail, then draw its head from side to side as if it looked where the sun came from. Then I threw the nose through its neck, drew it tight, got it back with a leap and strong killed it, and Truff killed it. Upright, which was nearly 5 feet long, has no slight way to live. I got it at last on the back, and thus went back on the ground sheet. It took us a long time to reach home. That's night my wife did her best to cook off the flesh of the land crab, but it was tough and did not taste so nice as the soup made from the iguana that we had caught. Fred and I spent the whole of the next day in the wood. We took the donkey and one of our dogs with us, but left us home. Our first led through a dense wood where we saw no and a small bird, but such a game would not tempted Fritz to waste a shot. We then had to cross a vast plain and wade through the high grass, which was did with care, in fear that we should tread on the strange animals that might turn and bite us. We came at last to grown small trees, and in the midst I saw a bush which I knew to be the wax tree, for the wax grew on it like white berries. I need not say how glad I was to find so great a prize, which had up to this time gone to bed as soon as the sun went down. For we have no lamps to use, but as we can now make wax lights, I told Fritz that we have found what we add 2 or 3 hours per day to our lives. We took much of the wax as we served as for a good time, then made our way of the group. How came you, said Fred, to know too much about animals, trees, and plants that we have found there? When I was young, I said, I used to read other books that came my way, and thus to strange lands that what seemed its land had near as great charm. Okay, this is the end of this book. I hope you have a great time listening to me. So I'll give you another hint of the next chapter. And it's going to be a long chapter. It's going to be chapter 6, the rainy season. I hope you have a good time listening to me read. So I hope you have a good time to hear to our Industrious Family Robinson. I hope you have a great time. Bye.